Mary is 77 years old. Just over a decade ago, she could no longer open a simple jar of jam. She tried repeatedly, gripping with both hands, but sharp pain in her fingers forced her to give up. Slowly, she stopped doing simple tasks. She no longer knitted, chopped vegetables, or wrote letters to her grandchildren. Arthritis stole her movements, yes, but it also took her freedom. If you're reading this, it's likely you or someone close to you is experiencing something similar. The pain in your hands, the morning stiffness, the frustration of not being able to grip what once felt so easy. Arthritis doesn't just affect the body. It impacts dignity, mood, and how you connect with the world. Today, I want to share something doctors rarely mention in appointments. Not because it's unsafe or ineffective, but because simple, natural remedies from our grandmothers often get overlooked in modern prescriptions. That doesn't mean they lack power. There's a homemade oil, made from ingredients you likely have at home, that can help reduce hand inflammation and ease arthritis pain in just a few days. Sounds too good to be true, right? I was skeptical too, but when we tried it at home, the results were so quick and clear that I had to share. In this video, I'll walk you through why it works, how to make it, and most importantly, how to apply it correctly to truly feel the difference. You don't need to spend money on strange products or wait months for results, but you do need to watch this video fully, because in part 6, I'll show you the exact method to follow for it to work properly. Before we go on, I'd love to know you better. Comment below with your age and which state you're watching from. Before we begin, I would appreciate it. If you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Now, let's dive in. What is arthritis, and why does it hit the hand so hard? Arthritis is one of those words that feels distant when you first hear it. It sounds medical, technical, something that happens to others. Until one day, you wake up with stiff fingers, struggle to button your shirt, or feel a twinge in your hands turning a key. Then, it's not just a word, it's part of your daily life. Simply put, arthritis is chronic joint inflammation. Over time, the cartilage protecting your bones wears down, and every movement starts to hurt. It's like your body is quietly rebelling against you. In the hands, this process can be especially limiting. Finger joints are small, delicate, and constantly used. They help us cook, write, sew, or hold a loved one. When those joints swell, what was once automatic becomes a challenge. Opening a bottle, holding a pen, or simply gripping a coffee mug can turn into daily tests of endurance. John, for example, was a painter who could spend hours crafting landscapes with fine brushes. He started noticing his colors weren't flowing as before, not from lost inspiration, but because his fingers wouldn't obey. The trembling, pain, and stiffness became a barrier. One day, he stopped painting, not because he wanted to, but because he couldn't anymore. Like John, millions worldwide live with arthritis. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, this condition doesn't discriminate. Health organizations say it's a leading cause of disability among older adults. The hardest part is that it's often accepted as a normal part of aging, as if nothing can be done, as if pain is just the price of living long. But what if I told you there are natural ways to ease that pain? What if you could start regaining movement without relying only on medications? What if the solution is closer than you think? Maybe in your kitchen. I'm not talking about magic cures or empty promises. I'm talking about knowledge, real ingredients, and simple practices that can make a difference. That's exactly what I'll share in this video. So, let's keep going. Modern medicine has saved millions of lives. No question. Thanks to it, we live longer and have access to treatments once unimaginable. But in chasing the scientific and technical, we've left behind valuable knowledge, especially what our grandmothers knew, what nature has always offered. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Doctors, often pressed for time or bound by strict protocols, rarely mention home remedies, not because they don't work, but because they're outside the system. Most focus on prescribing drugs, physical therapy, or procedures, and sure, those can help, but they're not the only options. What few explain is that certain natural oils, when used correctly, have proven anti-inflammatory properties. They can reduce swelling, ease pain, and improve joint mobility, all without harsh side effects, complications, or complex chemicals. How? The answer lies in the active compounds in these oils. Some, like essential oils, are packed with substances called terpenes and phenols. Those names may sound odd, but their effects are clear. They fight inflammation, boost circulation, and soothe irritated tissues. They're like tiny natural soldiers working to restore your body's balance. And the best part? This isn't new. Ancient civilizations knew it. In Egypt, plant oils eased muscle pain and inflammation. In India, Ayurvedic medicine has used clove, sesame, and other warmed oils for centuries to treat joint issues. Even in Mediterranean cultures, olive oil mixed with herbs was a common home remedy. These weren't superstitions, they were observation, experience, and tradition. Today, science is starting to confirm what our ancestors intuited. Some oils, used right, can truly help the body heal. Now, one oil stands out for hand arthritis, not just for its medicinal properties, but for how easy it is to make and use at home. The key ingredient: clove oil with olive oil. Why does it work? Clove isn't just a spice for desserts or aromatic teas. It's one of nature's most potent plants. Native to Indonesia, clove has been used for centuries across cultures to ease pain, fight infections, and reduce inflammation. Its scent is strong, warm, piercing, but its power isn't in its smell, it's in what's inside. Clove contains a compound called eugenol, a natural anti-inflammatory. Eugenol slightly numbs the applied area, reduces swelling, and improves circulation. That's why it's been used for ages to soothe toothaches, muscle pain, and joint issues. Now, imagine combining that power with another powerhouse: olive oil. Not just any kind, but extra virgin, rich in antioxidants and healthy fatty acids. Olive oil alone has anti-inflammatory properties thanks to a compound called oleocanthal, which works like ibuprofen but is gentler and natural. Mixing clove with olive oil creates a perfect synergy. The oil acts as a carrier, helping clove's active compounds penetrate the skin and reach affected joints. It also hydrates the skin, improves tissue elasticity, and provides near-instant relief when massaged correctly. You don't need to be a chemist or doctor to understand why this blend works. You can feel it, see it. Let me share a story. My neighbor, Emily, 75, has arthritis in both hands. She could barely move her right thumb and got frustrated trying to button her blouse or hold a spoon. One day, I told her about this oil. She hesitated, like most do, but decided to try it. She made it at home and used it 3 nights in a row before bed. On the 4th day, she called me, voice trembling. She could move her thumb with less pain for the first time in months. She hasn't stopped using it since. Stories like Emily's aren't unique. Many older adults who'd lost hope have found relief in this simple, natural blend. But beware, it's not just about slapping it on. There's a specific way to prepare and use it for real results. How do you make this oil at home? Step by step. Making this homemade oil doesn't require medical knowledge or special tools. Just a few minutes, some care, and a willingness to try something new and natural. In under 15 minutes, you can create something that could change your day. Here's what you need. 1 tablespoon of whole cloves, not powdered, not crushed, whole, like in spice jars. Half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Organic or cold-pressed is even better. Now the steps. First, place the cloves in a small saucepan or skillet. Pour the olive oil over them and set the heat to low. This is key. The oil shouldn't boil, just warm gently to let the cloves release their compounds. Keep it on low heat for 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally with a wooden spoon. You'll see the oil take on a slight golden hue, and the cloves' aroma will fill the air. After that, turn off the heat and let it sit for another 5 minutes. Then strain the mixture through a fine mesh or cheesecloth and store the filtered oil in a dark glass jar. This preserves its properties better. A screw-top jar, like one used for jam, works great. Just ensure it's clean and dry. Store the jar in a cool place, away from direct sunlight. No need to refrigerate, but keep it tightly sealed. This oil can last weeks if stored properly. Shake it gently before each use to mix the compounds. A few important precautions. Never apply the oil while it's still hot. Ensure it's at room temperature first. Also, if you have open wounds, rashes, or irritated skin on your hands, wait until they heal before using it. Though natural, it can sting if it touches sensitive or damaged areas. Always do a patch test first. Apply a drop to your forearm and wait a few minutes. If there's no reaction, you're good to go. Now that you know how to make it, here's the most critical part. How to apply it correctly to truly ease pain, reduce inflammation, and restore mobility. You've got the oil ready. Now comes the most important part, applying it the right way, because just dabbing on a few drops won't cut it. Natural remedies like this need time, care, and something rarely taught in offices: patience. How you apply the oil makes the difference between a simple act and a true home treatment. So, listen closely to these steps. Ideally, apply the oil twice daily. Once in the morning when you wake up and once at night before bed. The nighttime application is especially key because, during sleep, your body repairs, and your skin absorbs the active compounds without interruption. Place 6 to 8 drops of the oil in one palm. Rub your hands together gently to warm them. Then start the massage. No need to press hard. Consistency and gentleness are key. Make slow, circular motions, starting with your fingers. Spend a few seconds on each, moving from tip to base. Then move to your knuckles, palms, and finally wrists. If certain spots hurt more, linger there a bit longer. The massage should last at least 15 minutes. Pair it with deep breathing, as if each motion helps release built-up tension in your joints. If possible, do it in a quiet space, free of distractions. Play soft music if you like. Make this moment yours. After finishing, don't wash your hands right away. Let the oil work for at least 20 minutes. You can even cover your hands with cotton gloves to boost absorption and keep them warm, especially at night. Let me share a story that touched me. Anthony, 78, had stopped playing guitar over a year ago. The pain in his fingers was unbearable. His daughter, after seeing a video like this, made the oil and helped him apply it every night. A week later, Anthony picked up his guitar again. He didn't play a full song, but he managed 3 chords. He cried, not from pain, but from joy. That's what a simple oil can do when paired with consistency and care. What can you expect in the first few days? How do you know it's working? When you start using the oil, it's natural to wonder if it's doing anything. Am I massaging right? Is it normal to feel warmth? When will I notice improvement? Here's what to expect early on. Most commonly, you'll feel a gentle, comforting warmth during the massage. Not burning or itching, just soothing heat. This happens because clove boosts circulation, helping nutrients reach your joints better. Within the first 3 applications, many notice gradual relief from stiffness, especially in the mornings. Hands that felt hard and tense upon waking start to loosen up bit by bit. It's not instant or miraculous, but it's noticeable if you pay attention to small changes. Improvement timelines vary, but most see initial effects between days 5 and 7 of consistent use. Some feel relief sooner, others a bit later. The key is not giving up halfway. Consistency is everything. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. How do you know it's working? Clear signs include less pain upon waking, when hands are typically stiffest, better mobility when opening and closing fingers, reduced sharp pain during simple tasks, and more confidence in movements you used to avoid. Every small improvement is a win against pain. Don't underestimate being able to open a bottle with less discomfort or button your shirt with less effort. These are signs your body is responding. Steps toward a freer, more active life. The effect builds over time. The oil doesn't just relieve, it cares, protects, and helps prevent worsening inflammation. So, even if you feel better, keep using it. Give your body time to strengthen with this daily act. Next, I'll share real, inspiring stories of people like you who tried this remedy. Stories remind us it's never too late to regain hope or mobility. There's power in hearing others' experiences, knowing you're not alone, that someone else faced the same pain and found change. Martha, 73, couldn't knit anymore, something she loved. Her husband gave her a box of colorful yarn, but she could only look at it from afar. Her fingers wouldn't respond. "I'm done," she'd say. But one day, she heard about this oil. She doubted it, like many do, thinking it sounded too good to be true. Still, she tried it. A week later, she threaded a needle again. 2 weeks later, she knitted a scarf. Laughing, she told me, "I didn't believe in this until I tried it." Raymond, 80, stopped writing letters to his grandkids. His hands shook so much that he got frustrated just holding a pen. His daughter made the oil and applied it nightly. A few days later, he started writing again. His handwriting, though shaky, told stories once more. Sophie, a lifelong cook, couldn't even peel a potato anymore. After 15 days of using the oil, she returned to the kitchen. She said something I'll never forget. "It's not just that my hands hurt less, it's that my drive came back." These aren't miracles. They're the result of a small, consistent, intentional daily act. Not everyone responds the same. Some didn't see improvement, often because they used the oil sporadically or had advanced damage needing more medical care. That's worth saying honestly. But even those who didn't feel instant relief said the act of massaging their hands, caring for themselves, and taking time made a positive difference. The key is to try without fear, with respect for your body and an open mind to what nature still offers. If you're struggling with hand arthritis, I urge you to give it a shot. You've got nothing to lose and maybe a lot to gain. Now that you've made it this far, remember this. This homemade oil isn't a miracle cure, doesn't replace medical treatments, and isn't a one-size-fits-all fix, but it can be a powerful ally, a daily gesture to reclaim something precious, your independence. Behind hand pain is a paused life, a recipe not cooked, a letter not written, a scarf not finished. This remedy offers more than physical relief. It's a chance to do what seemed lost. Use the oil consistently, but pair it with habits that boost its effect. Keep moving, even with gentle hand exercises. Avoid foods that increase inflammation, like processed snacks or excess sugar. Choose fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats like avocado or fish. And don't forget rest. Good sleep is medicine too. Listen to your body, care for it, and above all, don't give up. Even in old age, even when your hands don't work like before, there's always something you can do to improve. Always. Hands are life. They hug, caress, write stories. Don't abandon them to pain. Pamper them, protect them, give them a new chance. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried any home remedies for arthritis? What worked for you? Share below in the comments. I love reading and learning from your experiences. If this video helped, if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Every week, we share natural, accessible, effective tips to improve your health and quality of life. If you know someone struggling with hand pain, share this video. That small act could be their first step toward relief. Thanks for being here. See you in the next one.